Hello, hello. Welcome
Hi.
to Scoot Friday, episode 69. Just me and you for this one. It looks like special one. Nice to see the regulars in the chats. Oh wow. Before we dive into the questions, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Great Friday. I had pizza for lunch. The office is packed. Well, it's nice. What
Life
about
is
you?
good.
Life is
Yeah, no. Good, productive morning so far as well. I'm uh I'm wishing I could be in the office today too and join the team for the holiday dinner, but I'll just have to FaceTime you for the entire duration of the evening. So I'll settle for that. Nice to see David Martin, Chixologist. Um, thanks for tuning in as always. I guess do we have anything specific to cover today is the question, or are we just gonna improvise?
we got the bit of production of the Phantom 2.0, so we can talk about that. Uh, and the rest, yeah, I guess we're gonna take questions from people, if in.
All right. And I see there's probably a handful of folks in the comments who are already testing the new Phantom 2.0 too. So that'll be interesting to maybe get their take on what's been happening. But yeah, hit us with your updates.
Um, yeah, so we have a couple of them here at the office. There's Martin Brenner that has his as well, and so far so good. No, not much. A lot of feedback from Martin, but everybody else a bit less, which is good. Until we jump on a call with them to understand more what they like, what they don't like. Like so far, I think it's the smoothest one we've had. So that's good. Usually people get it and they like
Smoothest
it.
in terms of lack of issues.
I think so. Yes, I'm gonna touch
Hmm.
on wood, but yes, because usually people get it and they're like, oh, I don't understand how to set this up or this up. There was a couple hiccup with the the app, but except that it's fixed now and it's pretty smooth too. So yeah,
Hmm.
so far so good. And we went to try it just before it started snowing here in Montreal, so we had a chance to test the Stellar, to test the 52 volt, and really see the all the difference in performance. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Can you tease the learnings, the findings a little bit? So how did the 52 hold up versus let's say the Pro, and how was the 60 volt as well?
Yeah, so far, honestly, everything works well, so that's nice. There's a couple issues with the NFC card, just the logic of it. But except that, there's not much learning so far because we're still waiting on all the feedback. On our side, there's like a couple of things, but nothing. Like how the kickstand retract, for example, it doesn't snap back in place now. It's like you need to really like push it up,
Hmm.
which is weird, but it's something you notice when it doesn't work well. The new display works really well. Apple Find My, it's still not stable. We need to work on that a little bit. Um, and except that, I'm looking at the scoop now. No, the off-road tire are pretty cool too. So we had the semi off-road tires that we wanted for the 52 volts, and they work really well. And that's one thing we noticed, with the previous samples, like the second prototype, when you were accelerating, the tire was spinning, and it make it look just so much more powerful compared to this one now that the thread is really good, so it's not spinning at all. It's gripping to the road, so it just feels less powerful, but they accelerate the exact same. Um, but I guess it's good that the tire has so much grip on it. And again, those tires will be compatible across both versions. You can use a Stellar tire on the base or and vice versa. So that's pretty sweet. And the new suspension works really well too. The basic one, not the hydraulic one, the one that comes with the
Hmm.
52 it's sweet.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, and I mean, just kind of issues aside, how is the scooter riding compared to the Pro, which I guess would be the previous holder for the best riding experience, right?
Yes, I think it's a bit smoother, obviously, with a dual spring suspension.
Yeah.
At least like the dampening of it, the rubber of the Pro is still it's still really smooth. You know, when you jump on it, I think it's still my favorite. Stability is better as well. The stability of the scooter overall, going at those speeds, like on the Stellar, it's there's zero speed wobble. You know, the Pro, when you hit like 70, 75 going downhill, like down, it's starting to be fast. But this one, the geometry is definitely better, and the fact that you can mount a steering dampener as well, completely eliminated. So I really like
Yeah.
this. And the new folding as well. You know, the extra steps that we have and everything. It's an extra peace of mind. You know, that even if everything goes wrong, there's still that thing holding everything together. Definitely. And yeah, the rest, you know, the lights were so bright, like we always said, and people have seen it. It's crazy. It's a statement. And something I found myself liking a lot is how long the deck is. You know, it comes at a high price for shipping for us, but for
glad you like it.
It's nice to have all this room on the deck. You know, like it is substantially bigger than what we had on the Pro. It's the biggest one we had by far so far. The deck, and I like it.
Yeah, the joke is that I've been harassing a lot to figure out a way to ship the scooter for less, because it's an astronomical shipping cost right now for the comfort that comes
Maybe
with
in
the
the
longer
comment,
deck.
you know, people that are here, you're a scooter specialist. What if you receive the scooter and you have to install the wheel and the fenders yourself? You know, they come in a easy plug connector. You know, everything it's pretty easy, but it's like a bicycle. You know, it's being shipped without the front wheel. Would it be a big deal for you, or is it okay? You know, maybe the whole setup would take, I don't know, 30 minutes. Let us know in the comment if you think it's unacceptable or if it's not a big deal.
And I guess important to highlight, it would come with the instructions, right? It would come with the tools that are required. It would basically be something that's manageable for, I guess, someone with no technical experience. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe even a torque wrench for the proper torque on the wheels, but it would be straightforward, that's for sure.
Cool. That's exciting on the hardware front, and I've got a slide from our town hall from just a few days ago here, looking at the 316 and 317 app releases. Do you want to just maybe share a couple of words about what's cooking behind the scenes in the software team?
Yeah, for sure. So some people might know we launched or at least it's in the beta now. We have what is live currently, the leaderboard, so you can see how you compare with other people. So that's pretty sweet. And so again, this is based on your ride, right? The amount of when you save points and everything, you're gonna see your position there. And you can now share your ride as well, right? You can you go into your ride log, press the share button like any other app, and share your ride. And every time now, the challenge of the month is every time there's views, every time people open this page, they're going to be able to you're going to earn amps as well. So we
exactly
give you, yeah, so that's pretty sweet. And what is in the beta testing now, again, if you want to be part of the beta testing of the app, please join it. You are able to name a ride like we just did now. So when you're going to share your ride, it's like this name, like big ride near the canal, just here in front of the office. And also you're going to be able to have some filters on the leaderboard. So instead of being like in the world or in the whole country now, I believe, or in the city, you're going to be able to do like within 10 kilometers, 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers, the entire country. So you can really see like, in your neighborhood, who are the top riders. So that's pretty cool. And also the time wise, all time in the last 2 months, 3 months. So even if you just join the app, well, we can still see, okay, maybe I'm number one this month, even if my scooter is brand new compared to someone who had the scooter for 2 years, for example. So yeah, pretty cool. What did you think, Matt? You had the chance to play a little bit with it. What was the impression?
Yeah, I thought it was super cool. I guess, like for context, I don't really use scooters for fun. If I use them, it's for like not driving basically around the city. And yeah, the app, I mean, first of all, it's light years ahead of where it was before, right? And the experience is so much more smooth. There's much less guessing of what each function, each button does. It's much more intuitive, and I think I kind of take it for granted now, but I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of somebody who's using it for the first time, and it makes a world of a difference. They just have the little pop-ups and kind of be taken through that process as opposed to having to figure that out for yourself. I'm also a big believer in amps, and I feel like we've been making so much progress towards making it work. And this might just be the thing that kind of pushes it over the edge, and the amps program takes off, right? So for anyone who's not familiar with amps, for every mile you ride on an Apollo scooter that's recorded, that's tracked in the app, you get 1 amp. You collect enough amps, you can put them towards accessories, scooter discounts, whatever you want, which is super cool. And so yeah, I mean, right now it seems like we've kind of gently introduced amps, but with these challenges with ride sharing, it's now taking on a life of its own, which is really cool to see as well. So overall, super happy, super pleased, and I'm gonna keep asking you questions about what's around the corner too for the app, because I think there's some really interesting features you're going to start playing with in the next few months. Things like switching to Google Maps, for example, which I think is going to be a really big unlock for us navigation wise, or potentially even leveraging AI to help figure out an even more precise estimate of the battery range remaining. So like that's kind of where I think we start to get into really, really value add, high value add for the riders, which is just super exciting. So is there anything else about that's coming? I guess you mentioned something about repairs, right? Tracking repairs in app potentially as well as a feature.
Yeah, that's part of the bigger thing. We need to do like our own. At least for now, it seems like either we connect with the platform doing it, or we build our own like a repair software for all the repair center to use, and then get an update in the app in real time. But that would be nice, to be able to chat with the technician, to get your invoice there. So really making the app the central part of the repair or the purchasing experience. I think is the next big step for us, and it would make the life of everyone easier as well, customer service or the customer himself, to have all the details there instead of having to reach out to the repair center or us.
Well, one thing that was also super smart, I was just kind of reviewing a bunch of the features that have already been pushed live, was this whole idea of mark as stolen, where we can, like, if my scooter gets stolen, for context, and Elwa is the thief, the next time Elwa connects to that scooter, if I've marked it as stolen, the scooter will basically notify our team and share its location, as well as will break the device, right, the vehicle. So kind of just super smart ways of circumventing the lack of connectivity, let's say in more of the entry level models.
And we
Once we roll out,
right?
yeah,
We have so many of those scooters being stolen. Like maybe people don't realize, but the amount of scooter we get stolen in front of the door when we deliver, or to be honest, sometimes customers are just saying it got stolen to claim it, but it doesn't. It's a tremendous amount. And now, just since we launched this, there's 24 scooters that were reported stolen and been locked with, and we captured the location. And this is in like 2 weeks, I think. So there's a real impact.
It's crazy. Yeah, so super cool. Again, just to I was writing the article for the blog yesterday just about the app, and that's why I was asking you for all these charts about the ratings and all that, and I was just reflecting on 2 years ago how difficult it was with the app. Nobody wanted to use it. It was a freaking pain in the ass for CX, right? Like people were having so many issues with it, and to see where it is today, and that it's no longer taking away from the experience, but really adding to the experience. In ways that our competitors just can't match is just absolutely amazing. So super exciting. Cool. Shall we switch gears and answer some questions? Looks like there's a little backlog here. All right, you want to take the first few?
Sure. From Chalk Geologist. I'm not sure about announcing it now. I don't know. It was very early, an hour before we started, so thank you for waiting patiently. What announcement? Is Chris cooking for you all? Chris is not cooking for us, but he is okay cook. Are you online now? I haven't so much question. I expect that. Okay. Bonjour from Andrew. Okay, from Chalk Geologist. How do I contact the New York City dealer? I need to get my Apollo Go service since it shut off the moment I push a throttle under any pressure to the motors. What would be the best way, Mitch?
Yeah, I just pulled it up here on my screen. Not sure if anyone can see, but the main repair location in NYC would be our Mini Motors partner, right here. So you can just head on over to apolloscooters.co/pages/locations and find the exact details here, and either give them a call or actually go through our chat right here, which I believe lets you send an appointment request as well. So that would be the best approach, Chixologist.
Such a nice UI. It was beautiful.
Beautiful.
And this is also something we want to put more in the app as well, like a smoother navigation to find those repair centers. That'll be nice. All right, then we have from GB Inspired. What happened to the Apollo Explorer V2? Is that project canceled now? You had some updated in September and had the 2024 release, but we have not seen anything since online. Yeah, this project was put on pause. We still have the scooter, the version 2 in the office. But yeah, for now it's on pause because we think we can sell more regular scooter than this one. It seems like people are more comfortable with the classic approach of it. It's not to say that we'll never do it, but for now with this, I think, format that we did, the dual motor, dual suspension, it was really powerful. I don't think that would be the route that we would take. Maybe something extremely more lightweight, and compact, like, folding handlebar, like the whole thing much smaller, to be maybe more of a last mile thing that you bring in the metro and stuff, rather than the crazy dual motor one we did. So for now, it is on pause. From Austin, can you make rechargeable magnet-based LED light to attach to the bottom of the scooter deck? Can you make rechargeable magnet?
That's kind of an interesting suggestion. So what, basically an LED light that is rechargeable via, I don't know, USB-C or something that you can just slap onto a metal anything?
Could we? I guess so. We could, but not too complicated. Is it planned? No. No, it's not. And right now, on all our new scooters, the lights are so crazy that I think it's good enough. And even the headlight on the new scooters are phenomenal. We have a pretty good video actually showing it. Maybe we can post it on our Instagram. But yeah, it would be interesting. I think for now though, if you want like external one, well, the one we have on the website is really good. And if you want smaller one for front and back in our Smart as well, when you brake, they flash too. Shred light that is being used on electric skateboard as well. It's been around forever since boosted board, and it's really good and not that expensive. So I would recommend that. But yeah, interesting suggestion, Austin.
Nice one.
From GB Inspired. I have a Phantom V3, no issues. That's great. Just very heavy and hard to transport in my car. Is there an updated version coming out for the Go? And if so, when will it be released? Thanks for all the great work you do. Well, thank you, GB Inspired. Yeah, the Phantom is heavy, and the new Phantom is a lot heavier. So the one you have is 77 pounds. The new Phantom is 100. Comes with extra performance, obviously. But for your question about the Go, for now, no. The Go stay as it is because we just released it literally a year, not even a year.
Less than a year,
right? I think, yeah, it was delivered like in March or something. So it will remain the same. And again, for a dual motor, I believe after Unagi, but Unagi, they have their own set of challenge. It is the lightest one in the industry at 48 pounds. So no, it will stay like this. And even if we were to modify it, the Go, it wouldn't affect the weight. It would maybe change a little bit the design to bring it maybe a bit more up to date and consistent with the rest of the lineup. But for an extremely lightweight scooters, again, we mentioned we are working on one, but it's not going to be released this year at least, or the beginning of next year. It's for later on, as we will need to use some exotic material, as we call it. So for now, the Go is the way to go.
Well, one thing to consider as well is the Go was, as you all probably know, the Go has been sold through Best Buy as well. And now that we have that part of our business to think about as well, making any changes to what products are being sold through those channels is a very complicated process. You basically just have to go through relisting, recertifying, recreating all the information for each specific product. So as Alwaz said, the Go was announced in March, delivered a little later. We basically had one full season with it. And it continues to do just perfectly well. And so with that, it's actually expanding to an even larger number of stores in Best Buy. So long story short, we're not looking to kind of mess with what's working. It's working really, really well. And for now, I think there are no plans until 2026 to maybe redo the, like you said, refresh it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. David saying, "Good day, Mac. I hope you are doing well, mate."
Good day, David. There was, I think, a question we skipped about the Apollo City Pro, about people getting 2023 models instead of the 2024.
I'm looking to upgrade that to the Apollo City Pro. However, I encountered a handful of complaints about customers receiving the 2023 model instead of the 2024. From what I recall, correct me if I'm wrong, I checked, it's a labeling issue and not actually the scooter inside that is wrong, because it's the same at the end of 2023 and the 2024. It was the new kickstand, and everything else is the same. So it's just when we produce it, like if we produce it at the end in December 2023, it is a 2024. It's going to be in the market by 2024, but the sticker we put on it might be 2023. So I think this is where it caused some confusion, and it's not just unique to the city. We are always affected by this.
Yeah, because I mean, when you think about it, right, like to have scooters in time for the season, which is let's say March, and accounting for the fact that China is out of service for all of February because of Chinese New Year, you need to do most of your production now, basically, right? So like right now we are producing our 2025 stock, but it's actually going to be dated as 2024 because it's being produced in 2024. So it's not to say that you're getting last year's model. It's just more so to say, if we want to have the latest version available in stock, it needs to be produced, early enough to give us the time to bring it into the market.
Yes, and I can understand people get the scooter. It's written 2023. I'm like, what the fuck? So one thing we did internally to fix this is we remove the date like this. So now you unbox the scooter, you see if it's the latest one or not with the change announced. But it's removing this like unnecessary
confusion.
I guess confusion. Yes, on it. But all the cities now are 2024. That's 100% sure. I don't think we have any city left with the old kickstand or whatever. No. All right. From Chowdrella, just finally decided to upgrade it to the Apollo City Pro. Will it receive a stem light upgrade like the Apollo Go by 2025 or 2026? Like we said, to not go into details, the goal is to have all the models look even more like they're part of the same family. And all our scooters now have stem light except the Air and the City. So it is safe to assume that that will be part of the upgrade possibly.
And would that be retroactively compatible with the other models too?
Not the stem light, because we need an extra cable from a controller. So then I would need to update like the stem, the headset, the controller, the wiring. So it's too complicated. But a stem without a light would be offered as an upgrade kit for customers who want to still upgrade the stem and have the latest folding mechanism, for example, and fit with a new headset, but without the stem light at the moment. From Martin Brenner, one of our beta tester that already sent so much feedback. Setup for me, no issue. Will the swing arms be attached? Also, I remember on the Stellar you have brakes that need to have shim in them until you put the disc in them. Swing arm will be attached. We tried to remove the swing arm to make it fit in the box, but honestly, it's a bit of a complicated process. So if we remove one thing, it's going to be the motors and the fenders, obviously, because you need to remove the fender to be able to remove the motor. And yes, there will be a shim between the brake pads so they don't touch, because you don't want the two brake pads to touch. And also when you have an hydraulic version and the piston closed, you need to reopen them to fit it. So yeah, that's the thing. We need to think about this whole process to make it as easy as possible for all of you if we're to proceed with it. So yes. From Andral, how many amps equals $1 Canadian?
Oof. That is the question. I think there is a different ratio of amps to rewards depending on what you're redeeming. So rather than me listing out all the different possibilities, if you just head on over to our website and you log into my account, which is that little icon that looks like a human on the top right, there's a tab called Loyalty, okay? And in that tab, what you can do is you can, I'll just quickly share my screen again. It looks something like this, where you have the amount of amps that you've earned for whatever, from purchasing, from leaving reviews, which all of you should do, by the way, referring people, and it tells you kind of your status in the hierarchy, and then it tells you, well, okay, here are the other actions you can take to earn additional amps. You know, so follow us on YouTube, celebrate your birthday, you know, whatever. And then here are the things you actually are able to redeem them for. So you can see I'm pretty close to actually being able to get $75 of accessories. And this is just me, you know, getting the scooter, riding a little bit, and taking some basic action. So the way that the program is designed is it's not to be like super restrictive, where you basically don't ever get anything and you just like keep doing things that we are asking you to do. It's the opposite. Our goal is just to make you enjoy the ride as much as possible, and we want to, you know, let you participate in all the amazing things that we have to offer. So yeah, I could get 25 of accessories right now, 75 accessories. You can apply that towards spare parts as well. You can get some gift cards, which we're actually working on making those redeemable at repair centers too. So for example, if you're looking at making, I don't know, any upgrades, or you want to just get maintenance done at on your scooter, you can actually use that in the future at the repair center. And then eventually, you know, if I make it into the top tier here, there's a whole other kind of set of benefits. So hopefully that answers your question, and feel free to check out your own account in the My Account section.
Lovely. All right. The next one. Question on the Australian online store. When or how do we access accessories? Currently, it is very limited, and I am wanting the accessories bar from like City Pro and Obar, yet cannot order via store. It's a great question.
Yeah. So right, David, hang tight. We wanted to make sure we start with the scooter and the parts, and the accessories are coming in the subsequent shipment. So like my best guesstimate right now is it's probably going to be closer to Q1 of 2025 that you'll have access to you know, an expanded selection of accessories.
Awesome. Martin Brenner, battery remaining mileage is an area that would be ideal to get accurate. The Phantom 2 seems to be more accurate than my other Apollo scooters. Yeah, something we are doing right now actually is we fed, I think, a 10,000 ride to an AI to give us an estimate, like based on the gear and the scooter model, what range you're gonna get in each gear. It's not that accurate, to be honest, right now. So we need to train it on even more rides. We have hundreds of thousands of them, so it's not really an issue. But something else that we probably going to be adding is asking for the rider's weight, because as you can imagine, the impact with the weight is tremendous. So I think we're going to be adding this and the kick to start function, you know, like that consume a lot of battery when you kick and then go or not. So taking this option into consideration while we display your remaining range is going to be very important to give you an accurate estimate. But it is something we are currently doing now, and it's coming. It's coming. It just takes some time. From Chow Geologist, yes, scooters are getting stolen, possibly due to miscommunication delivery process as well. Sometimes they're difficult to track. Indeed. That's one point of it. That's one thing that was nice with the IoT. Like at least we could track like where they were, like when we were delivering the beta, the pro beta. So yes, it's just a nice thing to have, you know, like to know that even if it gets stolen, like at least we gotta know like where it is, you know. So I like it. All right. From GB Inspire, when will you release a foldable lightweight scooter you mentioned? That sounds like a really great product to add to your lineup. We have a prototype.
Does.
I don't think we shown the prototype,
but
no. we have
two prototypes, huh? Or one?
Did we? I think we have one.
So sorry, just refresh my memory, because when you went back to China the last time, didn't they show you another one?
Yeah, but they messed up something, so I just saw the frame. So we have one completed, like that is rideable, like a first prototype, you know, it's rideable gently. So you know what happened? We always do the same thing. We have so many projects at the same time, you know, and the people we work with in our team, it's like yeah, we can do all of it, like we can do 2 projects at once or 3 projects at once, and then let's say you do the pre-production of the Phantom 2.0. If you haven't seen the video that me in China, go check it out on YouTube. But you realize that there's, you know, so many issues and you need to redo so many modes that then all the engineering focus passed on like to one model, and the one that we're like underway,
just takes like a little pause on the side, and that's the case for the scooter that is called the A8. That's the name, A8. So for now, all the focus is on the Phantom 2.0 in the production. The production is starting pretty soon. So obviously you can understand why this is the area of focus now. So to answer your question, when would it be released? We're aiming to do like later in 2025. Not in the beginning, hopefully not the end either. So somewhere around that. But yeah, again, it's exotic materials. It's new materials that we never worked with. So there's new like folding mechanism and stuff. So we need to do our due diligence and take our time while doing it. And in the meantime, again, it's a bit heavier the Go, but it's still a solid alternative. So there you go. Then from Chow Geologist, use a shoulder scooter strap to carry a heavy scooter. The only discovery that gave me a reason to decide to buy an Apollo City Pro over any bike. Yes. By the way, our Apollo Go carry bag, we just added a shoulder strap with a little padding. So if you ordered one, well, that's going to be coming with it. So it's pretty sweet. All right, and just to finish it quickly, so many questions. Actually, do you want to do the honor of deciding?
Yeah, I'll do rapid fire. So, Trixologist, congratulations on your $1,000 gift card. Austin, nice to see as always. Many adults stopped me with the Go. It's a nice perk, right? Nice bonus. I think you're nailing it here with the 10-pound lighter single motor scooter like the Go. The price point is also roughly what we're looking at, and I think the weight is what the goal is to be sub 30 pounds, right, on the A8. So
yes,
yeah, that's, I think, Austin, you're very close to what we're aiming for. Any exploration on the brake handle guard attachable K-turn signals idea that David mentioned in Slack?
Not at the moment. We just released our new turning signal, so not at the moment, David.
Cool. No more range anxiety on the City Pro 2024. Absolutely, it's a great scooter, especially if you use the app and you get that range remaining. Austin and Trixologist, you guys may want to get a chat room of your own, eh? No, I'm kidding. It's great. Cool. Okay, I actually think that may be it. So thank you all for tuning in as always. It was lovely to see the regulars. If you do have any specific things you want us to dive into next week, it's probably going to be me and Owa again. Let us know ahead of time. Otherwise, thank you to those who tuned in an hour early. We always appreciate your patience, and we'll make sure to give you a heads up a little earlier next week. All right. Owa, thank you as always, and see you next week. Bye.
Bye.